I know the first thing that comes to your mind even before you land in Canada is, I should definitely have a Tim Hortons coffee. Well, I did that too. Yes, coffee is a crazy culture here, and even people like me who are not really coffee and tea lovers tend to flow with the culture once you land here. But did you know there are n number of shops to choose from, and the struggle to get that one coffee that you'll absolutely fall in love with is real. Want to know my coffee hunt struggle? Good morning everybody, I'm Tanu and welcome to my channel. So I landed in Canada in May 2022, and one thing that I witnessed the moment I stepped out of my Airbnb was that one in every two people had a coffee in their hand, be it any time of the day. And this really intrigued the curiosity in me to figure out what's so special in the coffees here, because this is something that I never witnessed back in India. And then began my coffee hunt. So I'm not really a very hot beverage person, but I really love cold coffee. Now those of you know me well know this about me. My love for cold coffee has an interesting history to it. So I'm brought up in this small city in India, and back during my college days, the first cafe coffee day opened up in a city, and obviously I did not have the money back then to afford a CCD coffee. So, I would just walk inside and glance through the menu, and that is when I first saw this lovely cold coffee options, the cafe frappe, devil's own, etc. And every time I pass by, I would think, someday I shall come here, sit inside and have a coffee, and that's probably going to be a very special day in my life. Such innocent wishes, right? And the whole fascination of sitting inside such a cafe and having a cold coffee just increased the liking of my cold coffee. Anyhow, fast forward 10 years and now I'm in Bengaluru, having a decent job and earning just enough to probably have a CCD coffee perhaps every day. But now I was fan of this another coffee. So there was this small juice center that also sold cold coffee. Now this guy was smart. Instead of adding cold water and ice, he would actually just freeze the milk packets. So every time you order a cold coffee, he would just take out a frozen milk packet, add some coffee powder, sugar, blend it, and that's it. Your coffee is ready. Can you imagine how thick and creamy that coffee would be? And I absolutely fell in love with it. And all of this just for ₹12. Yeah, I mean, who would want to go to CCD when I can get such nice coffee just for 12 rupees in a local shop? And then this shop became my favorite coffee spot. Okay, all right, back to Canada. I just got carried away. So if I remember correct, the very first thing that I tried was a classic cold coffee from Tim Hortons. And with the very first sip, I was like, that was plain water and ice and an amount of coffee hard to figure out. Yes, I did not like it, and I had a major turn off towards coffee thereafter. The summer was approaching and I was really craving for some good thick creamy coffee. And then I decided, you know what, let's not give up. Tim Hortons is not the end of the world. Let me try some other options. I had a marathon of coffee trials and fails, and I did actually begin with other options available at Tim Hortons, but somehow Tim Hortons was jinxed for me. I mean, every time I brought a Tim Hortons coffee, some or the other incident would happen with me and I would spill the coffee. But I did not give up. And finally, I liked the one called Roasted Hazelnut Cold Brew with espresso infused foam. Phew, What's with the long name though? Anyways, so I had to like literally tell this multiple times to my husband so that he does not mess up. He did try to do a lot of cold coffee experiments with me, and every time it was a disaster. So this coffee was definitely better than the other versions that I tried in Tim Hortons. And then I decided to give Starbucks a try again. I did have very bad experiences with Starbucks back in India, so I was a little hesitant in the beginning. But then I thought, let's give it a try. Maybe it's different here. And bingo! I finally found the cold coffee just the way I like it. It's called Mocha Cookie Crumble Frappuccino. Yes, again a long name. I really don't know what's with the names here. The base was thick, strong and creamy and had a nice layer of whipped cream with cookie crumbles. That sounded yummy, right? Just the way I like my cold coffee. And I was super happy. So if you are a cold coffee lover as well and craving for the one just like my preferences, you should definitely try this one out. Well, that was all about cold coffees. Now coming to hot coffees. So like I told you before, I'm not a very big fan of hot beverages, but Shubrato did have me try some of the hot coffees from Tim Hortons and Starbucks, which I did not give in. And he would be like, hey, you should start having hot coffees. What's this? How are you going to survive the winters? And I'll be like, I'll have hot water, bro. But then God had other plans. So one day, I had this really bad cold and headache, and I was returning after dropping my son in the daycare, and on the way there is this coffee shop called Moss. Every day I passed by Moss, I would see, the different ads, and they really pride themselves for having the best coffee. So that day the queue was not very bad, and I thought, there's no harm getting a hot coffee because the cold and the headache is really killing me. So I went inside, I saw the menu, they had really good options, but I did not want to take any more chances, and I just went with the safest option, that is cappuccino. And honestly, I really liked it. So now I wanted to go back and try out some other coffees they had too. And the next day I tried their mocha latte, and guys, this is the hot coffee for me. It was heavenly. The taste was so good, the texture of the coffee, the right amount of sweetness and the right temperature. Everything was just perfect. And then there was no stopping. Now it's come to a point where I have to have mocha latte at least twice a week. So next time you cross Moss, please try their mocha latte and let me know in the comment section how you'd liked it. So yeah, that was my story about finding the right coffee in Canada. Do let me know in the comment section which is your favorite coffee, and if you have any suggestions for me, I would definitely love to try it out. I will end the video today here, and I hope my story was of little help to you if you're on a coffee hunt too. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Stay healthy, stay happy, we'll keep talking. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.